It was the hardest ticket to get in these parts in ages, and the folks that are packed into this place are making an impact already. It's Game 3 of the World Series between the Texas Rangers and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
You know, I think the phrase must win is overused in sports. But even though this isn't an elimination game, it does sort of feel like a must win. Doesn't matter what sport you're talking about. If you go down 3-0 in any series, you're fighting nearly an impossible uphill battle. Feels like the series kind of rides on this game right here.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on MLB Network, and we'll have it all for you next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Los Angeles Dodgers.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two guys who'll get the ball here in Game 3. A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves. Line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
Kenta Maeda gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Kenta Maeda, you're going to see a lot of off-speed pitches from Maeda. 88 to 91 miles an hour. Not a terrific fastball. Good split finger, good slider. He's one of those guys that pitches backwards. What do I mean by that, Matt? He'll throw fastballs in breaking ball situations, and he'll throw off-speed pitches when he's behind in the count. 2-0 or 2-1, he pitches backwards.
Now at the plate, Louis Grumman, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Second baseman, number 16.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit the other way out toward right field. Martinez has a read on it. One away.
In the second boxing, center fielder, John Flowers.
So striding in, John Flowers. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First delivery to him on the way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
And a whiff at a good slider that time. One out, nobody on. And that's high and off the plate. 2-1. Line to the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
Third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Runners on the move for second. A step off, and they've got the runner hung up between first and second. But he'll hold on to it as he'll just regroup here. From the stretch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-and-mouse game continues on.
He's on the move again from first. That evens it up 1-1. Swing and a ground ball to third. One there. On to first. Not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw.
Batting fourth, first baseman number 35, Cody Bellinger.
Here comes the first pitch. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
Hey, maybe we have something brewing right here. That has to be the case. When you're facing an elite level A starter, numero uno, you have to find a way to get to him. Any chance you get, maybe this is their opportunity early.
Trying to hang a zero. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1. Previous head-to-head matchups with Kenta Maeda, he's just 2 for 9. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. The 0-1 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Martinez has a read on it. And that's the third out. Rangers leave a pair. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Now a moment for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. So here's how the Rangers are positioned defensively. The guy I want to spot shadow today is Cody Bellinger. Versatility is his game. The bat plays no matter where he hits in the lineup, but a guy who can play Gold Glove first base and move to the outfield.
Leading off for the Dodgers, third baseman, Eduardo Nunez.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. One and one to the Dodgers leadoff man. 1-2 now.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Let's take a look at the sequence here again. The first 3 pitches, all 3 down in the zone. So now you've got a guy that's thinking something down around the knees. He's conditioned to kind of look down there. That's when you mix it up and put it by him at the letters.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
As a veteran pitcher, he knows if he's going to have success in this one, he's got to establish that pitch in to get those guys to respect it and open up that outer half of the plate.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. And with 2 away, let's give you one more look at the pads these 2 teams took to get to this Game 3 of the World Series. Stepping in, Corey Seager. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
This is what fires me up right here. You don't get a chance to see this every day of the week. You got the reigning Cy Young Award winner squaring off against the reigning MVP. That's why you pay the price of admission.
In there, and it's even at 1. And that misses. 2-1. Two out, nobody on. Three and 1 is the count to the Dodgers shortstop.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Hit out towards second. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. We are still scoreless. Into the box now, Aaron Judge. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron
Judge. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the changeup is way low that time. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo home run there for Aaron Judge. His second home run of the series. As the Rangers strike first, it's 1-0.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
And that'll bring up Franchi Cordero as he rips it on the ground to second. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Batting 8th, catcher, Joel Gallegos.
Now batting, Joel Gallegos, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's running, and he steps off, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. First delivery to him on the way. Ripped down the line, but this is foul for the first strike. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. It swung on and missed the throw. And they've got the runner hung up between first and second. A tag, and he's out as he can't get back in time. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Pulled toward right center field. Martinez giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Batting 9th, the pitcher number 39.
So next to the plate for Texas, Noah Syndergaard. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Yeah, you attack the zone and get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Grounder down the line at third. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And another foul ball.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. But the Rangers are in the run column first on the strength of this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 Texas. Into the box, Gary Sanchez. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. Here comes the first pitch. A changeup over the inside corner.
Hey, when one of your better pitches is the straight changeup, you can't be afraid to throw it at any count and at any time. And hey, first pitch, if they're going to take it for strike 1, they're going to give it to you. Go ahead and throw it.
And he takes this one high, 1-1. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Two and 2 to the Dodgers catcher.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of the stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Here's J.D. Martinez as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Martinez makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. Behind 0-2 now. One out, nobody on. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just missed with a breaking ball.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
The 1-0 home. Misses, ball 2.
Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something in the opposite field?
3-0 now. And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame them. With the bases empty and 2 outs, and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
This is where you got to take stock in this situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Throw over to the bag, and he's back standing. Renfroe is off at first with 2 away. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Dodgers leave 1. It remains 1-0. Ready for another chance. Lewis Grumman 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Lewis Grumman.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Verdugo waits on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
This guy's not wasting any time, right? He hits a first pitch fastball, and he flies out deep on the first pitch of the inning.
Digging in for his second at-bat, John Flowers. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Bases are empty, one man out. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2. Now the 2-1. Hit to short. Seager is up with it, and quickly there are 2 away.
Up next for the Rangers, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman, reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. First pitch on its way. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The 0-1. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Rangers set down in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Digging in, Will Harris. He'll start things out against Noah Syndergaard as this inning is underway. First pitch of the at-bat. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Hit on the ground toward the left. That's a hit, the first in this game for the Dodgers.
Hey, right here, anytime the leadoff hitter gets on in front of the pitcher, it puts the defense on notice. You're going to see the third baseman creeping in. You're going to see the first baseman crashing, trying to get that out at second base. But if not, make sure of one.
Into the box now, Kenta Maeda, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Harris aboard here at first with nobody out. Now a bunt attempt here. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
Now batting, third baseman, Eduardo Nunez.
So stepping in, Eduardo Nunez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one stayed too low, apparently. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. High in the air down the right field line. Wall coming quickly as he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, center fielder, Alex.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. First offering on its way. And a fastball just a bit high. The set and the 1-0 pitch. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
The 2-0 on the way is swung on and missed, and that's strike one.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup, so if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
And this will be fouled away. Here now the 2-2. Bounce it to the left side. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
You know, D-Roll, as a pitcher, that could be so frustrating. You're taught to try and go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
Here's Corey Seager. Line drive to left. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
You know, D-Roll, there are certain hitters that just love to come up in clutch two-out RBI situations, and this guy certainly is one of those guys.
Yeah, they're able to slow the moment down. It's not for everybody. This guy has ice water in his veins, consistently coming through in big spots. Nice job right there to tie this one up.
Into the box, Gary Sanchez. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. And that misses 1-1. And that one just missed outside.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got two guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
The 2-1 home. Taken, strike two. Working for the punch out and the offering. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside.
He really needs to find a pitch to put this guy away with right here, right now. He can't allow this inning to get any worse than it's already become.
3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Only one in the inning here for the guys in blue. Game 3 moves forward to the 4th inning now. All tied at 1-1. Stepping in, Cody Bellinger. He'll lead things off against Kenta Maeda. First offering on its way. Hard hit ball to short. Seager right there. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
Now batting, left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Standing in, Giancarlo Stanton. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, and this one's driven the other way and deep to the corner. Running hard, he's digging for second. And now this will get over the wall down the line out there for a ground rule double.
When you play in this park where the fences are shorter, this is going to happen more often than any other ballparks.
Here's big Aaron Judge.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles in that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
First pitch on its way. On a line, that's a base hit. Stanton rounds third and is digging for the plate. And the runner from second is in to score.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. And it looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
And that'll bring up Franchi Cordero. That's a strike. The throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
That's a swipe of the bag. And this catcher, he throws really well, too. So that's not easy. Good job there by the base runner.
Hit on the ground out to short. Seager is there, and that's the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Joel Gallegos.
Striding in, Joel Gallegos, runner in scoring position with two gone. First delivery to him on the way. Fly ball to straightaway left. Moving under it, Renfroe makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Rangers will have to be content with just the one. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Rangers on top here, 2-1. Here's J.D. Martinez looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
J.D. Martinez.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that one right down Main Street.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Tough slider down low for a strike.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registered at 91 miles an hour on a slider. If he's working that pitch, that's most guys' fastballs. It's going to be a long game.
Back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. So it's a base knock to lead off their half of the fourth.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Next up for Los Angeles, Hunter Renfroe. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel in that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Martinez gets his lead at first, nobody out. Renfroe Playing here in his age 29 season, he was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2013.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
The next 0-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our two starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. So coming to the plate, Jonathan Scope. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Coming down in buckets. Cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
And he's back easily. Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. And there he goes towards second. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. He skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
He picked a good pitch to run on at that time, and it really paid off. A changeup down in the zone is a really tough pitch for the guy behind the plate to catch and throw on, so he didn't stand much of a chance there.
The 2-2. Shin high fastball that time, ball 3.
Well, I think this is the kind of approach they need against such a prolific starter. You can't count on putting up a lot of runs, so getting him out of the game has to be the priority. Working at bats, full counts, running up the pitch count is a great way of doing that.
Liner towards second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets through and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
In now, Will Harris, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gone. One and one to the Dodgers' first baseman. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1, and it's fouled away. Runners are at the corners with one man out. Here's a look over to first. Don't want to forget about it. On the ground to second base. This could be two. To second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Noah Syndergaard. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. He's ready. Here's the first offering. cue shot here out towards short. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Lewis Grumman.
Now in the box, Lewis Grumman. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit out towards second. Scope is there. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the center fielder, John Flowers.
Into the box now, John Flowers. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a swing and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. In trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Yeah, some guys have the ability to rise to the occasion while some guys shrink away when it matters the most. Well, this guy is a gamer. He's been on fire since the postseason started, and after that hit, it looks like he doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch and a bouncing ball, foul. Flowers at second with 2 down. A little tapper. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more from Game 3 after this. So digging in now, Kenta Maeda. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
Number 18.
First pitch of the at-bat. 0-1 the count. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
I got the count 0-2.
Dodgers pitcher trying to deal with a 1-2 count at the plate.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Well, you know, AL pitchers must love pitching in NL ballparks because all of a sudden they're only facing 8 legitimate hitters in the lineup instead of 9. Kind of makes you wonder why any free agent pitcher would ever decide to pitch in the AL, doesn't it?
Stepping in now, Eduardo Nunez. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. No hits to this point. The 1-0 home. Hit on the ground out to short. To his left, Cordero. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, center fielder, Alex Verdugo.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Changeup in for a strike. Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet, and I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. We'll have more of game 3 after this message.